From Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, this is Wolfpack TV. Training camp now in its second week for the Wisconsin Wolfpack as they look to start on the quest for a championship in 2010 in the Continental Indoor Football League. Lots of things going on at training camp. There's a quarterback battle going on. Three different guys, Shane Adler, Dan Roberts, and Brian Richkowski, each with their own different experiences in the game of football, trying to earn the job as the starting quarterback for the Wisconsin Wolfpack. Plus a lot of other guys trying to make the team too. 50 guys out here on the field tonight and just 25 roster spots waiting at the end of the quest. Who will make it there? Who won't? Let's talk with some of the players and find out what they're thinking as they try to earn those places on the Wolfpack roster. Wolfpack TV here now with James Komoku of the Wisconsin Wolfpack defense. Your second practice of the year. How are the guys progressing thus far?
It looks good. I mean, we got some competition out there. I mean, great show of guys. I mean, tremendous athletes. I think it's going to be great.
A lot of competition right now for a limited number of spots. 50 guys out here, only 25 spaces on the roster. You as a veteran have been through this a few times. What's it like for those younger guys, and what are they going through, and how does having some experience help you out?
They cause us to compete. You know, we know as veterans that our jobs are never set in stone. I mean, this is a job out here, and whether you love the game or not, I mean, you got to understand that this is a job. They're here to compete. They're here to push you, and you got to be able, no matter how old you are or how old you are out of school, you got to be able to come out here and compete. If you can compete and beat the guy out, the best man will get the job.
You and Kurt Ware, of course, former Wisconsin Badgers, still playing here in Madison. Does the experience with the Big Ten University help you at a level like this?
It helps a little. It helps. It helps. It helps when it comes to knowledge of the game and stuff. But this is such a different game. 8-on-8 now, different from last year's 7-on-7. Smaller field. I mean, everything's really different. I mean, you got the yo-yo motions, and so it's a real different concept from your 11-on-11 outdoor football. So it takes some time to get used to, but just the athleticism involved in it helps. It does.
You mentioned the 8-on-8 changes here. Last year, the CIFL was 7-on-7. How have you guys been adjusting to the different schemes?
I think offense, it helps offense. You know, they got an extra guy, and it helps defense because they get an extra guy. So I guess on both sides, it evens out. You know, and it's more one-on-one. Now the field becomes even smaller. You know, 7-on-7, you have the field's a little bit bigger because you have one less man. Now you have 8-on-8, the field's smaller. It's constricted, so you got to work in a small space.
Last thing, James, you know, a lot of guys during this time of year pick one or two things that they want to focus on specifically to improve upon. Is there anything you've focused on?
Well, I gained weight initially to play defensive lineman, and then I moved to linebacker. So I'm trying to cut the weight down so that way I can get my speed back and get my footwork back. So it's a transition. I mean, it's definitely a big transition. So I got to cut some weight down so that way I can switch positions.
Working hard to try and maybe trim that number down a little bit and get back to the linebacker spot. James, it looks like you're doing a good job in practice thus far. Thanks for joining us on Wolfpack TV.
Thank you.